This call is being recorded.
Good evening and welcome to Essential Oils 3030. My name is Joan Lucci. I'm your host and a wellness advocate with doTERRA International. Today's Thursday, October 5th, 2017, and it's also National Poetry Day. So I'll be sharing some thoughts on how to use essential oils to unleash the inner artist in all of us. After my presentation, I'll be opening up the call for your questions, comments, and maybe you even have some essential oil stories to share with us. So thank you for joining us this evening. We'll be doing some relaxation exercises and a little integrative technique to kind of get us in a creative mode. And you'll hear why in just a moment. You know, when you think about essential oils and think about using them to enhance the creative process, are you thinking that I'm crazy? I mean, does this sound crazy that we might actually be able to use essential oils to help us be more creative, to be better writers or better artists? If you're skeptical, you're probably not alone. But tonight we'll talk about how it could be very possible. I'm hoping that after this evening, you'll find yourself open or a little more open to exploring the many ways that we can use essential oils for emotional and creative support. But before we dive into our topic, let's begin with an introduction to essential oils. This will help explain the science behind it, the science that proves that it truly is possible to use these gifts of the earth to help us come into a balanced and more creative mental state. We call this state homeostasis. So what are essential oils? And specifically, what are therapeutic or medicinal essential oils? We'll talk about this a lot tonight. But basically, essential oils are natural compounds that can be found in some plant varieties. And actually, it's a very small percentage of plants that produce essential oils. In the plant kingdom, there are more than 250,000 plant species that we know of today. And every day, and this is a very inaccurate number, every day we're finding more and more. But of this 250,000, there are about 450 plants that produce usable essential oils. And of these, only about 125 to 150 can be considered applicable for therapeutic aromatherapy. So it's a very small percentage. But essential oils can be found in virtually any part of the plant, from the roots to the seeds, the bark, the stems, leaves, flowers, and so on. Any part of the plant may produce essential oils. In nature, they're both beautiful and they're powerfully fragrant. It's the essential oil that's responsible for each and every plant's distinctive aroma. You know, even if you're new to essential oils, you have experienced them. Think back to a time that you might have gone through a field of lavender with your children, or maybe you've cut some fresh mint or basil recently for a recipe. When you think of that experience, you can probably recall the aroma. What you smelled is the essential oil of the plant. And beyond their beautiful scent, essential oils play a critical role in protecting the plant from threats, both environmental and disease. And science tells us that essential oils can and do work with our biology in similar ways. When essential oils are pure, properly harvested, they can be used aromatically, topically, and some internally to promote emotional and physical health. In fact, unlike antibiotics, essential oils can penetrate at the cellular level. This is the place where nasty viruses live and thrive. And some essential oils, those that contain chemical constituents in the sesquiterpene category, can even pass through the blood-brain barrier and affect brain tissue. Sesquiterpenes can be found as major constituents in essential oils such as copaiba, with caryophyllene as the main chemical constituent, ginger, myrrh, sandalwood, vetiver, ylang ylang, and other essential oils contain them as minor constituents. Some examples: bergamot, cinnamon, clary sage, clove. There's actually a long list. Essential oils have been used over the millennia, all throughout our history, and they had a little bit of a slag in popularity, but recently there's been a resurgence. So you can literally find essential oils everywhere. But at this point in time, I'd like to explain that they're not all created equal. This is really important for you to understand the difference. Did you notice I've been stressing the term therapeutic or medicinal grade? This is not something that you'll find at a natural grocer or even a health food store. In fact, the vast majority of essential oils are harvested for the perfume industry. This is an unregulated industry where you can not expect truth in labeling. You can expect claims like 100% pure frankincense to test out and be completely void of the chemical components that indicate it's the real thing. You know, if a bottle of frankincense is $6, it is not frankincense. In fact, it is likely to be 0% frankincense. So I mentioned I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate. And why are we recommending doTERRA? doTERRA essential oils come from plants that have been carefully selected from all over the world and places where they grow indigenously. So we look for the best plants on the planet, number one, and then we make sure that they have the therapeutic levels that we're looking for. So not only do they smell wonderful, but we can use them to support our physical and mental health and well-being. So we look for purity, potency, and therapeutic efficacy in every single bottle of essential oil. And I can say this with surety because of our testing process. And let's talk about testing. doTERRA is one of the few companies that third-party tests every single bottle of essential oil. We use a process called CPTG. Actually, that's the standard, and that stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. It's a standard that goes beyond organic, beyond food grade, even beyond most therapeutic grade standards. And the testing is rigorous. It ensures that every bottle is safe, pure, potent, and it meets our high standards for therapeutic effectiveness. So if you've never purchased doTERRA, please look to whoever introduced you to this class or maybe introduced you to doTERRA. Ask how you can open a wellness account, a wholesale account, or a wellness advocate account. And that's the best way to buy it. When you work with a wellness advocate, you are working within the normal channels. When you work outside that channel, you can't be sure you're getting the real thing or the best price. So do work with a certified doTERRA wellness advocate. Now let's get to our topic. We'll begin by relaxing as I take you through this integrative exercise. Again, the intention is to help open up our channels of creativity. And we'll be using 3 tools to first help us get into a very balanced state. So number 1, essential oils. Number 2, I'll be sharing a mudra or yoga hand position. And finally, number 3, I'll be sharing a poem with you. So with this 3-step integrative process, we'll be sharing tools that you'll hear, smell, and feel. So at this time, let's take a quick break so that you can select an essential oil or a blend to work with this evening. A couple that I would recommend: Balance, which is our grounding blend. Another one might be the Aroma Touch blend, which is one of our favorite massage blends. So these are 2 that tend to help with grounding. And finally, doTERRA recently announced a something called the Yoga Collection. It's a series of 3 essential oil blends that can help ground, center, and uplift. So the first one in that series is called Align. The second one is Anchor, and the third is Arise. But I probably would start with this Align blend. It's just a good way to get into a good centered, balanced state. And it contains bergamot, coriander, marjoram, peppermint, geranium, basil, rose, and jasmine. So it's a lovely scent and designed to help you get into that very balanced, grounded state. And here's a little secret. I don't think you need to pay too much attention to the specific essential oil. All of them work to help bring your body into a state of homeostasis. So in some respects, just grab whatever you're drawn to tonight. Anyway, if you need a few moments, press star to unmute, and we'll give you time to get your essential oil set up. You should feel free to either inhale straight from the bottle or put a couple drops in a diffuser that's nearby. The other thing you can do is a drop in the hand and just begin by inhaling that aroma. So if you're ready, let's get comfortable, relaxed. Put your feet firmly on the ground. Make sure your back is supported. You're loose, your shoulders are relaxed, your neck, your head. You're in a very relaxed state. Now, let's do the hand yoga position. The Hakini Mudra. This can help encourage ease, calm, as well as alertness. So it's excellent to use as we look for balance, creative energy, and encourage integration and harmony. It's also an excellent position to use to open a class or close a class or to begin or end any kind of creative work session. So here's how to do it. Very simple. Take your 2 hands, touch the tips of all your fingers and thumb together. The thumb should be at the top. Your fingers should be rounded, almost like you're holding a globe. This mudra is actually held in front of the navel, but keep it in a nice relaxed state. Your hands, your fingers, your thumbs, your whole body, your feet should be relaxed and comfortable. And at this point, I'm going to be sharing with you a poem by American poet Mary Oliver. It's called I Worried. So if you'd like, close your eyes. Keep that mudra position with your hands. Take a deep breath, pulling the air through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. And another deep breath. Inhale, exhale. As you take a deep breath, imagine you're breathing in a warm light that's filling the body, providing energy to all your chakra centers. Breathe deep into the belly, not into the shoulders. You could feel your stomach moving in and out, up and down. With each breath, pay attention to your muscles relaxing, your mind slowing down. Your eyes closed, stay relaxed. Now bring your breath back to normal, regular breaths, still breathing through your nose, and with eyes closed. Your hands in the Hakini Mudra position. You're completely relaxed. I'll read the poem. I Worried by Mary Oliver. I worried a lot. Will the garden grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it, and I am, well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading, or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatism, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing, and gave it up, and took my old body and went out into the morning and sang. That's the end of the poem. I hope you enjoyed it. So slowly come back to the now that you never left. Feel at peace with yourself. Worry set aside. Continue to breathe easily, allowing only the white light in. Are you ready? When you're ready, open your eyes. Come back to the now that you never left. Welcome back. Okay, it's about 6:15, and it's time for us to take a look at some specific essential oils that can help us get into a creative space. And the first one that I'd like to talk about is tangerine. If you can, try to just remember what a fresh tangerine smells like. The juiciness, the round texture of the peel. When we think of tangerine, even just the thought of it can bring joy. And in fact, tangerine is the oil of joy and creativity. So the best way to use tangerine essential oil is to place 1 or 2 drops in the palm of your hand, rub them together, and cup them over the nose. Just gently inhale for 30 seconds. You can also apply it to the wrists or abdomen to promote feelings of happiness. So consider using tangerine in its bright citrusy scent to lift you from even the darkest moods and bring qualities of playfulness and cheer to your workplace, even to your creative work. Second one I'd like to mention is frankincense. It's considered the oil of calm. Frankincense offers a rather spicy scent. It is a beautiful tonic for our nervous system, as copaiba is also, which was one that was recently released at our doTERRA convention. Both of these essential oils, frankincense and copaiba, are calming and soothing to the entire body and mind. Both of these, and frankincense specifically, is a very gentle, nurturing oil that can help us feel cared for and guide us to our clearest, best creative self. Frankincense can also be used to help with focus and attention. And frankincense, by the way, is one of the ones that we recommend for everything from a birth to death. So frankincense is one that we can use with our newborn babies and anyone that's going out of this world. So it's an out of this world essential oil, basically. So apply this essential oil to the bottoms of the feet. That's a good way to promote feelings of relaxation and to give you overall balance. Another way to use frankincense is to diffuse it. When you're in the middle of a creative practice, it'll help you focus your attention and will evoke feelings of peace and satisfaction. Our third essential oil is lavender. Lavender is called the oil of communication. It's wonderful in helping us with our ability to express ourselves. It calms insecurities that sometimes surface when we're beginning a new project or exploring new ideas. It can help reduce anxious feelings, even when the ability to smell aromas has been lost. So it's a really interesting essential oil to have in your little goodie bag. It's a soft, fragrant flower which encourages us to express emotional honesty in our work and liberates us to shine forth and create. Some of us feel, especially if we feel we're not creative, and that's not true. I mean, we all have a creative side, but some of us get anxious about that when we're getting to a creative stage. Lavender is a good one to use for that. So think about diffusing lavender in your workspace. Can help promote feelings of vitality, and keep a small bottle of lavender oil and water to mist on your face and in your environment. It can bring an instant sense of well-being and clarity. So lavender is really one of the top ones. Clary sage is another one. Clary sage is considered the oil of clarity and vision. It can help change our perceptions, dispel our limiting beliefs about our work, and help open hearts and minds to new possibilities. Clary sage can inspire us to rely more on our intuition as we expand our horizons. It's one of the most relaxing, soothing, and balancing essential oils, and can really help create a restful environment while reducing feelings of stress and anxiety. So diffusing clary sage while you work can synergistically soothe and calm the nervous system, allowing for more clarity in your creative practice. You can also apply 1 or 2 drops to the bottoms of your feet or to pulse points before you begin your work. The fifth one I'd like to talk about, and I'll be brief here because we're coming to the end of this part of our presentation. Jasmine. Jasmine is the oil of optimism and confidence. It's one of the most sensual and feminine of all the oils, and bring a gentle sense of euphoria to our mind, our body, even our spirit. When we feel elated, we feel more confident and ready to tackle even really big projects. So diffusing jasmine in your creative workspace is a great idea. You've got a tough job ahead. You can diffuse this oil to evoke feelings of joy, peace, and self-confidence, or even try just dabbing a little bit on your third eye, the space in between the eyebrows, for a spacious feeling of optimism. It's also great for the skin. And the last one is peppermint. Peppermint is the essential oil of concentration. So when you're feeling a little bit low in energy or unable to concentrate, even just smelling the essential oil straight out of the bottle, it's invigorating. It can be a great invigorating pick-me-up during the day, especially midday. So before you get started with a project or with work, dab a touch of peppermint oil to your temples. It will give you a nice energy boost. Also, diffusing peppermint essential oil when you're feeling a little fatigue or low on energy. So it'll just help boost concentration. It can help bring a sense of joy and lift the heart and soul. It can also help us let go of inhibitions, really concentrate on the task at hand. It not only invigorates the mind and spirit, it can also help us to breathe in more clean, clear inspiration. And actually, one of the places I like to use peppermint oil is for my morning shower. So here's a little morning routine, actually. If you're a creative person that likes to work in the morning, generally morning and nighttime are the times that most people find are conducive for creativity. So if you want to be top creativity possible, think about getting up in the morning, plugging in the diffuser with something like Citrus Bliss, something uplifting, light, citrusy, and jump in the shower. Take a shower, plug up the drain so that you're not wasting the essential oil, and put just a drop of peppermint oil into the bottom of your shower floor. Turn on your nice warm water, take a relaxing shower, and it will relax you. It will also be invigorating. and it'll help just to open up your airways. So a great thing to do as a second step in the morning. And then I'd say step 3, get your cup of coffee or tea and put a little bit of balance on the bottoms of your feet or frankincense. So that's my suggestion. And I hope this was helpful. I enjoyed the hand yoga exercise. I hope you did too. And as we wrap up this part of my presentation, we're going to be opening the call in a minute. Think back to the poem I Worried by Mary Oliver. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope tonight you'll remember, before you start worrying about having a creative block, having a writing block or an artist block, try to relax yourself. Try to let go of those worries, let go of that anxiety, and remember that you too, like the songbird, you can sing, you can create, and you can write. So thank you. It's 6:27 rather. I'd like to open up the call to your comments or questions.